Tonto, thank you. $4 months. Welcome back.
Lawyers representing Bruce Wayne have no comment at this time.
We are the children of Arkham, and we have opened your eyes.
$67% did it. 22% didn't try to, wow. That actually surprises me. That is an amazing split. 91%. 61. I can see that. All right, I would like to talk about this decision because I made it for two reasons. First, continuity, because it felt like it was the way things should have played out, given what we all know about the mythos behind the characters. The second reason was that they had guns. There were 3 people with guns, so they could have easily just plugged Selina and then shot me in the back. So it seemed like the smarter play in terms of saving the most people. Yes, EPB gets it. They're not dead, they're fine. They just won't be able to see for the rest of their lives. An apology? For what, Tonto? You've done nothing. Harvey just would be in the hospital I see. Selina just would have been shot. See, it's, to me, saying just shot, that, there's no way to gauge the severity of her wounds, or how severe they would have been when you have 3 thugs with guns, fully automatic rifles running at her. I didn't, as far as I'm concerned, Harvey was a politician there. Sure, he was definitely kind of, I hesitate to use the term scumbag, but it's the one that comes to mind. But I think that's too harsh. He was a politician in Gotham. I do believe his motivations were as pure as they could be, especially given the competition. So I don't really fault him for that. That didn't factor into my decision at all. Telltale would be full. Well, I'm not basing the decisions on what the writers would do. I'm basing it on what the character would do in this situation. Let's not forget we could have incinerated the poor. You are correct in that. Yeah, the thing that surprised you was that surprised me as well. As it was happening, I'm like, Harvey's not, he seems like a decent person. despite all the things he's done to get where he is. Right, BB. I am sad. I've always enjoyed Two-Face's history, I guess, even though it changes from iteration to iteration. But it's always generally the same. He's a guy who's trying to do the right thing and he gets swept up in Gotham, basically. And well, Bruce is involved somehow, typically. It's always tragic. And I do feel like the way it happens is what makes me appreciate the character, because of seeing where he came from to where he goes. I really enjoy it. Can never save Harvey. The the rhetoric that guy on the monitor was spewing, thank you, Wolf, uh, definitely sounded like a Rage type of thing, League of Shadows type of thing, but I don't know. I hope it isn't. I hope it's someone or something we haven't seen before, or at least not as often. Gotham is a city that corrupts. Exactly. Exactly, PB. You're very kind, Tolly. But yeah, I'm enjoying this more than I thought I would. It, I feel like this point of time in history was the perfect time to do something like this, because we have iterations of the character in popular media, popular culture, like the Dark Knight series, and now Dawn of Justice slash other, or whatever they're going to do with Batfleck in Justice League and his standalone film. And all of the iterations have been pretty drastically different, both when compared to each other and when compared to the source material. And I feel like having a game like this where you can shape the character, create your own vision of what the character should maybe be like, or what that character is to you. I feel like that, to me, that was probably the best thing they could have done. Am I going to do anything else? I might switch over to Smash for a spell, because I feel like it's pretty early. not convinced he wasn't behind the debate hijacking. Did I ever end up finishing Arkham Knight? Yes, in that I didn't go and 100% it, but the ending you get for doing so is not worth doing all the Riddler crap. I did everything but all the Riddler crap because it only adds like another 30 seconds to what you already saw, and it's not worth it. Smash the poor, oh. Have a good night, TX. Thank you for hanging out. I'm curious what you all think about this. Vigilante RPG. See, that would be good. That would be really good. I don't think we've had, for a time, I don't know, the first thing that comes to mind is like Mass Effect. Because in a sense, it was kind of like you were at the very least going against the grain, but eventually you were supported by the establishment and basically given free reign. And that to me is, well, it's not its biggest problem. It's not the biggest problem that I have with it, but it's a problem that I have with it. I can't really think of anything else that would come close to that. What did I think of Arkham Knight's ending? I was not a fan. I wasn't really a fan of much of Arkham Knight, to be honest. Quite enjoy this iteration. Saving Harvey would have done the most good in regards to the big picture. Objectively, yeah. But I didn't make the choice objectively. I made it from the perspective of Bruce in that moment. Have a good night, Death Hound. Story's doing it for you so far. Yeah, the animated series was... It still remains my favorite iteration. Harvey trying to clean up city with... I understand. I will not play Tetris.
Next time on Batman, the Telltale series.
You may have saved me, but this isn't over. You don't know these people, Bruce.
Authorities are scrambling. The so-called Children of Arkham have the city in a frenzy, but there's still no sign of their masked leader. With Hill and Falcone dead by their hands, the question on everyone's lips is, who's next?
After that news about your father sending innocent people to Arkham, sounds like the whole city wants your head on a pike.
The Waynes have always run this company, but now... they want to decide what your future at this company will be.
Do you really think Bruce Wayne is worth protecting?
What do you want from me?
You know what I want.
No more hiding, not for anyone.
But don't worry, Bruce Wayne's finally gonna get what's coming to him. Bruce! Bruce!
Good luck, Melody. But yeah, I think if I could ever make this work with the delay, doing like a collective Telltale stream of this game where people vote and make the choices, I think that would be really neat. I think it'd be really interesting. One of my favorite parts about this game is the end when you're looking at all the choices and comparing them to other people. Do I like indie games? Depends on the game. Indie game just, at least as far as I'm concerned, is really a descriptor for a game that is made by an independent developer, not a AAA developer. That doesn't really describe what kind of game you'll be getting from an indie developer, though. Now, if you said early access game, that would be a different story. Favorite Blank Man stories. For a while, up until I read it again recently and then watched the feature length, feature length thing they did. Killing Joke was up there. But I have since I don't enjoy it nearly as much as I did. Let me think. The whole Red Hood thing is up there. I'm trying to think of, was there ever a designation for the whole Talia League of Shadows thing? Appropriate song for just, oh no. A Where's Waldo game? Let me. I need to unplug some. Do I? No, I don't. I shouldn't. Actually, yes, I do. I think I actually need to stop. Yeah, in order for that to work, I need to stop the stream. It will be brief, but I'm going to have to change the source on. Let's see if it works. It might. No device detected. Wonderful. That's something. 1 second. Interesting. Yeah, I think I'm going to need to restart it if I'm going to play Smash. Also, Tonto. That is hardly a problem. That is not something you would ever need to apologize for. Don't worry about it. You're far too kind. Hush is a very good episode of Buffy. All right, I'll be right back, folks. Going to restart the stream and get my capture device set up. Rioting is forbidden.